DesteniProductions questioned 18th of July, Reginald AntiHate. So this is a particular small video which I therefore can explain point by point, give perspective on point by point, and through that give you somehow an understanding in seeing the things that might be of any use to you. So let's begin with that. The first phrase of this video was, "I am busy watching their videos. It will keep me busy for the next 99 years. It confused me." Just watching the videos and reading the material will take you a long time because there is a lot to read and there is a lot to hear. Though 99 years would actually be an overstatement. However, if you try to understand what is being said and what's being written through polarity equations, it might even take you longer than 99 years. So I like to give you a perspective on that because your end phrase says it all. It confuses me. It does not compute. It's not comprehended. And I'd like to give you a perspective because of the following. Why is it that you are confused? Is it because what is being said is rubbish? Is it because what is said doesn't make any sense? Or is there something else going on? To understand the following is just to look at the things that I'm going to say. Because if you are not familiar with polarity, magnetics, or the basic foundation of how we exist here right now, how we approach things, you are actually in a disadvantage, because if you are not understanding how perception really works, how we define words, how we make up the words, how we begin to live words here as ourselves, how we speak them, how we are communicating them to other people, you will be in a great disadvantage to even understand the material that's being shared. Though it's a disadvantage, it doesn't mean that you are not able to comprehend it. To comprehend one basic thing is to give yourself the opportunity already here to actually see the things and maybe apply it here directly to your life, so you are able to understand what it is that confuses you. So polarity, the positive and negative sides, the mirror sides, it is how we live, it's how we think, it's how we perceive, it's how we interpret things. And the mind can only work through that basic design. For instance, there is a thing that the mind cannot comprehend, and that are things which are not within statements of polarity. It's just what it is. And to give you an idea of something, to make you aware how difficult it is actually, if you are in a construct of polarity, to comprehend things, is by looking at the following practical example. Imagine or visualize the following. Imagine that we here as existence do not have a beginning. Visualize that there was no beginning. Imagine it and live it here. It's quite difficult, right? The reason why is because we live here as polarity, meaning everything that we are taught, everything that we see has a beginning and an end. A polarity equation, you know, it has a start and a start, the beginning, and an end. And the mind can only understand the things which it has been programmed to, which is polarity, seeing polarity, working with polarity. And taking away a beginning, it's like it's like instant error. You get a 4 on 4 for this visualization of yourself, this imagination. You are not able to comprehend that through reasoning or interpreting it or laying relationships between it. No, it's not. You are not able to do that. And if you are seeing the difficulty between this simple example, which the mind cannot comprehend, you can get a sense of that there is no beginning. So actually, are you able to live it here in totality? Stand as that? No, because your frame of reference is a beginning and an end. So play with that and actually support yourself to let go of any fears or any anxieties or any things that you might experience within your body, because it are reactions. And maybe this is not the most suitable practice for yourself. I'd say look at a video of your interest and begin from there. Why? Because it's closest to you. Why? Because you haven't chosen that video without a reason. If you did it just random, you would do that. It's also cool. There are still points of reactions. Just start with self-forgiveness and get to that point where you really understand and see what it is without the polarity construct. The next phrase, which is point 2, all equal and one, the dark and the light both one, but only the dark speaking through destiny. Is destiny representing heaven or hell, love or fear? Heaven or hell, polarity, love or fear. This is not a real polarity equation, because it would be love and hate and fear and comfort. Though what is really here to be seen is that you try to understand the information through polarity equations. You are trying to lay links, create relationships between words, between definitions, between experiences, between energy, between emotions, between feelings, between desires and fears, and through that try to understand what it is that you are actually reading or saying, which is quite impossible. The material in Destiny is not like a song which is now here being played for you on the radio, which you must try to go into the movement of the music and the words and understand actually what this person is talking about. No, it's here directly, the information is here directly to be seen. And there's a different approach in what you are used to. Next point. There is no objectivity where man is interpreter. Objectivity, facts, interpreter, and the one who is laying links, relations, value judgments on words, between words. And as I've just explained, you will not understand it through that. What is being said within Desteni also, which has been said very often also by those who apply the tools that are provided, self-forgiveness, practical application, writing, is that you will see through all of these words that you are walking through things which are there because you had no other choice on walking that, because that was your thing. That is how you have defined it. You didn't want to go there, but you wanted to go there, and if that was not an option, then you would do that. And if you do not consider this anymore and only see this as an option, you know, this is just programming yourself, is just walking as you have always done, going from the fears and the bads to the haves and the goods, and you perceive that as a choice because you're just evolving within your own idea of becoming greater, achieving, getting. Well, actually it wasn't a choice, because if you would have a choice within that, you would also be able to choose from the other points. And you can say, yeah, but I can choose that. Energetically, be self-honest and see within yourself that those choices will never be your choice, because you won't consider them in the moments, and you won't even think of them, and you don't even want to go there. You would not on purposely choose a thing that will be somehow influencing you in a bad way. And okay, it was deeper than I wanted to go into that point, but it's now here out in the open. And the last, maybe the last phrase: be cautious when any soul promises miracles in one's life or evolution. This has never been claimed in any Desteni material, that there are miracles in one's life or evolution if you just follow or listen to the material or apply the process. Everybody who starts process is doing it first from a point of self-interest, because they are not being able to deal with themselves, they have a hard time, and eventually through understanding themselves a little more and actually being able to see that if you do disregard one particular thing, everything will fall. So we were building a foundation, and it has nothing to do with miracles, snapping a finger and everything is done. You know, that only exists in Hollywood. In life, things will be much tougher than that. Love you and the oil of all existence. Yeah. Would that be interesting for you to look from the perspective of polarity now within that? Because I know there are people who would say that the oil of existence is hate. I can also say that oil is not infinite. It will somehow be gone. I can also say that oil exists here because of that which has gone before us and took many years to develop, and that we will have a problem when the oil is up, when the well runs dry. So it's actually here now to start seeing that we can actually live and understand things, apply self-forgiveness, and stand here as what's best for all. So you will consider every single point, and you will stop the falling, and you will stop yourself from harming another, abusing another, and being deceptive to another, which will create its outflows, etc., etc., etc. So this is the video. Bye.